So, he's dead. Old Michael Lash. Miko Lash. Mikolas. Dead as a doornail. And all his little puppets are dead. And it moved a little bridge for us. And when I say little, I mean huge. Staying out here using ganker strategies. Because the blunderbuss? Psh. That's about as good as he deserves. The little eyeball spiders that have been pinned into the ground. Bizarre and creepy and disturbing. Not cool. Free chunks, and then looky there, chat. We are back observing this beautiful game. Look how beautiful it is. Also notice how the moon is the moon here, and not the blood moon. It's time to get a +10 weapon or die trying, chat. Die trying. Time to die trying. This is the bed of chaos of Bloodborne. This little segment right here. I would like to remind everybody that From Software in Demon Souls had a platforming button and a platforming mechanic where you could hop up on ledges and stuff like that. And then they got rid of it in Dark Souls 1, but they didn't get rid of the platforming segments of the game. They still existed. Alright. Everyone hated them. Everyone hated the platforming segments of Dark Souls 1, as they rightfully should have. And then in Dark Souls 2, there's more platforming segments. And famously, of course, a pile of rubble about waist high that our hero is unable to climb over, and that keeps our hero from being able to access String Lake Castle. Then in Dark Souls 3, we still have platform elements, and obviously you can see we have them here in Bloodborne as well. None of these games none of the games that I've mentioned were good enough to win the coveted Game of the Year award until From Software, after 11 long years, our big-brained friends were finally able to figure out that there should probably be a button that allows us to do platforming in the game. And after 11 years of repeated failures, over and over and over again, it took them 11 years. So, chat, anytime you feel like, you just don't get something, and it makes you feel like dumb, because you're like, I don't understand this, I don't get it, Anytime you feel like that, just know that you are smarter than every person who works at From Software, as long as you figure it out before 11 years. And that should make you feel pretty good. However, you should also feel like an idiot because you continue to play games made by literally the dumbest people who have ever made video games, which is, that's an achievement. 11 years to make dog enemies that weren't the worst. Yeah. They're not fast over at From Software, you know? That ruled. That ruled. That ruled the best. That jump attack off into the wrong direction. That's patented right there. If you ever see any other Souls gamer attempt that move, immediately call them out for trying to rip off my patented tech. The tech of a god genius whose brain is an uncontrollable entity. So we're using the iframes on the riposte to avoid the frenzy damage. And if you can do it, it's great. If you can't, you know, I'm sorry. Shit. Sometimes they don't want to attack right. Fuck off! That is so annoying. The only enemy in the game with a grab attack that you can parry, but they get to hyper armor through the parry? Like, what? How does that, what? What? You can hear the parry sound. You know that you got the parry. Why is it not working? Why? Because this game is bad. It's a bad game. All right, we'll skip that part. I feel I have nothing. I feel I have nothing to prove. My dog doesn't like that. My dog wants me to do it. What she doesn't know, but I do know, is that I'm a human being. And I'm the one who gets to make the decisions. Shit. They're already on my hotbar. Go get the murderers. Go get them. Murderers in the house. Here for killing. Just the dumbest dog. Just the dumbest dog. Uh-oh. They have iframes when they get up, apparently. And when they lay down. I mean, that tracks. Everything does. Right? There we go. Just go that route. There's a blood gem out here. It's a droplet, and it's worth picking up. It's good work if you can get it. You are kidding me! Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Okay. I blame Pinko for that one. That's fair. Man, blue elixirs last a while, don't they? Alright. We got the droplet. Uh-oh. Drank the wrong thing. It's fine. Everything's fine. So it's a droplet, so it can fit in any slot. It is physical attack up 18%, which is pretty good. Pert good. Also, we finally get to tell this brain to F off. Stupid, screaming brain house. And now, we can get the choir bell. I'm sorry, what? So this is where the brain hangs out. And because this is where the brain hangs out, we find all kinds of powerful blood gems and Great One's wisdom. Despite the fact that the Mensis brain is a big lumpy idiot that can't do anything, it is in fact a Great One. The School of Mensis did succeed in creating a Great One, and the Great One got them like front row seats to their very own nightmare. So, you know, like, it worked. It wasn't the best job anybody's ever done. Maybe it didn't work because, like we said, they're cursed. They're cursed to always do a bad job. We open the iron door with the iron key. One moment. Give me just a second. Alright. Had to run somewhere real quick, but we're back. Iron door key. Key to the iron gate blocking the great mid-level bridge. Of the 3 great bridges that link the 2 cathedral cradles, this key opens the iron door that leads to the mid-level bridge. There are no thieves in the nightmare. Then, why lock a door? Be warned, there must be a very, very good reason. Also, check out the eyeball in the key. Very reminiscent. It's an insight key. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, the choir bell. We forgot to check out the choir bell. Special hunter tool of the choir, high-ranking members of the church. Fashioned after a bell that projects an arcane sound across planes of existence. The sound of this smaller, silver version of the bell does not cross planes, but grants vigor and healing to all cooperators. The idea of a bell that crosses planes and is bad, we see that in the DLC with the Cthulhu executioners. They most certainly have a bell. Look at that sweet Saint Riot tech. They most certainly have a bell on their axe, and they can use that bell to make a buff, and the buff just they wreck house with it. I love how when you visceral those dudes, they're so short that you actually pick them up off the ground. Still no rapid poison gem. These things are called Murgo's attendants. And they look like weird kids. We did see like Jungian remains in Yarhargul that had been antennaed. The Mensis cage. The hexagonal iron cage suggests their strange ways. The cage is a device that restrains the will of the self, allowing one to see the profane world for what it is. It also serves as an antenna that facilitates contact with the great ones of the dream. But to an observer, the iron cage appears to be precisely what delivered them to their harrowing nightmare. I always forget how to actually say this word, antenna, because, like, there are a few words that, like, my southern dumbass just pronounces wrong, and Miss Saint hates it, and so then I start doing it on purpose, and then I just can't, I don't remember how the hell you're actually supposed to say the word antenna. 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 Carlos Antenna. Anyway, it's a great one. And we're supposed to make contact with the great ones. Remember, chat? They told us. They said make contact with the great ones. That's like the whole thing. That's what we're here for.
I am a gigantic brain. For no reason.
Think fast.
I always think fast. Tom Sawyer, you tricked me. This is not as fun as previously indicated.
We get the moon. We've already got that, but this is the best version of it. Now, I believe it was Redgrave who talked about the fact that he gives us... The fact that he gives us this one is interesting. Because, it's interesting because it's almost like it's asking us to kill it. Kill me. It takes forever to kill this stupid thing. The way his big eyeball follows you around. It's so unsettling. He gives us a living string. Which is a chalice ritual material. The immense brain that Mensis retrieved from the nightmare was indeed lined with eyes on the inside. But they were of an evil sort, and the brain itself was terribly rotten. But even still, it was a legitimate great one, and left a relic, a living relic, at that, which is a precious thing indeed. Whoa! So these dudes drop just regular poison gems. Oh my lord. Bye. Oh, snap! They're also rapid gems. They're just not as good. They're 6 instead of 10. So with 3 gems, well, you only need to get 2 radials from the babysitters. 2 radials from the babysitters, and then there's 1 triangle that you pick up underneath Yusefka's clinic. And so, like, between those 3, you can have rapid poison of 30, which is pretty good against the living failures. That's about all you need, you know? It does, the living string does kind of have that little loop-de-swirl at the end of the Beast Embrace rune. It does. So here again we find the shadows of Yharnam, and maybe we're thinking like, hey, what the hell? Why are they here? I'm nowhere near Yharnam. But what if you were? Contraire, mon ami, and all that. We need to go back to the dream and use that blood rock, right? But before we do that, there's a really good gem here for the Moonlight. And we would like to get it. We would like to get it. Some chunks over here. Some Revion Pigus. Motherfuck. What a cutie. Beautiful spacing. Beautiful. I was thinking about the pigs the other day. And, like, I don't know... I don't know why they decided to go with pigs in this game. But, I'm, you know, like, okay, why would they go with pigs? And the only thing I can think about is, like, how, like pigs bleed a lot. Pigs would produce a lot of blood. And that's true, because the pigs can drop us, like, 6 blood vials or some nonsense, you know? But is there, like, some deeper meaning to it than that? Pigs eat a lot? Sure. But is that doing them any good here? It's because Miyazaki thinks pigs are funny? Well, alright. Nourishing, damp, blood gem 4, baby. Damn it! I couldn't stop to heal. I couldn't stop to heal because I would have got whomped. Like, running through was like my only option there. It's just one more type of beast, along with dogs, birds, snake people, a horseman, wolves, etc. Yeah, but there's obviously a difference between, like, the feral, doggy nature of the beasthood curse, the scourge of the beast, and then, like, the snakes as well. And then, like, the pigs and the crows are sort of, like, on their own in terms of, like, you're not gonna see this except in animals, you know? Also, the pig breath frenzies us instead of poisons us. Alright, here we go. The pigs in the shadows can duke it out. My dog is going to continue to bark. Hey, look who it is, chat. It's Yarnum. She is here. Good job, idiot. You just killed, like, the lady you were supposed to protect. Literally the worst bodyguard of all time. Chat's lore absolutely shattered into a million pieces. There's no murderers. It's time to fortify my weapon beautifully. Look at it. It's fantastic. It gets 9 AR on the physical, 5 on the arcane. Look at that.
Hi, chat.
It gets...
Hi, chat.
That chat all says hello. They all say hello to you.
No, they didn't miss me at all. Also, you didn't have your, like, screen open.
Yeah, I still knew that they were saying hi to you, though.
They didn't. They didn't and they don't.
I'm a weapon master, chat. Now we can slap this this nourishing in here. 15% nourishing. Look at that. Look at that. Massive gains. Massive gains. And we can slap this in here. We lose out on some arcane damage, but man, do we get a big boost in physical. So yeah, we'll take that. I think that's it. I think that's as good as we can get it. Not bad. Not bad. A 494 AR base stat Moonlight Greatsword is not bad. It's not bad. We're gonna put the better stamina rune up here. Get some more stamina. Happy about that. That's an upgrade. This has been a productive little return to the dream, chat. Now we have options. We can go kill Murgo's Wet Nurse, or we can go do some DLC stuff. I like to do Murgo's Wet Nurse as late as possible, just because I like my house to not be on fire. You know? Who wants their house to be on fire? Not me. Is there an optional boss that we have left? Not to my knowledge. Think we've done them all. However, we can go and get another umbilical cord or two. We could do that real quick. Orphan, absolutely going to murder the hell out of us. Yes. House on fire is warm, though. Maybe too warm, you know? Look at this. She closed her door. Unbelievable. We're level 19 at Brightus. We started as Cruel Fate, and we upgraded our strength to 16 and our skill to 12. And that allows us to use the Holy Moonlight. So we came back here, and false Iosefka, she was like, oh yeah, send me people. Send people here. It'd be great. And we were like, well, that's not what you said earlier. Earlier you said not to send you people. And no one could come in. And then she even goes so far as to be like we found our way in here, and she was like, I swear to God, I'll kill you. And we were like, what the hell? No. So we left. Now, she's not even answering her door. And, who knows? Who knows what sort of strange thing is happening?
God, I'm nauseous. Have you felt this? It's progressing. I can see things. I knew it. I'm different. I'm no beast. Oh, God, it feels awful. But it proves that I'm chosen. Don't you see how they writhe inside my head? It's rather rapturous.
You don't say. So we already had one of these. We got it from the workshop. And now we've got another one. Provost Willem sought the cord in order to elevate his being and thoughts to those of a great one by aligning his brain with eyes, the only choice he knew if man were to ever match their greatness. So there's the school of thought that particular Eye of the Cord was in Bergenworth, and that Yuri, the choir hunter that we fought there with the threaded cane, that she was there for that sort of thing. That was the sort of thing she would take, which, you know, that makes sense. The choir would go back and do expeditions on Bergenworth, because Bergenworth is a place that has access to the labyrinth, beneath, and Bergenworth is a place that has a bunch of cool treasures from all of Willem and the gang's early expeditions and things like this. And we know that to be true because that's where we found the empty phantasm shell. Shells with slime still harbor arcane power and can be rubbed on weapons to imbue them with strength. Empty invertebrate shell that is said to be a familiar of a great one. The Healing Church has discovered a great variety of invertebrates, or phantasms, as they are called. So, there it calls them familiars, which again kind of goes back to a thing I was talking about, where you have the fish that swim around in the wake of sharks, and like that's their whole entire existence, is like they just live on the back of a shark and just eat all the stuff that the shark hangs out with. So, like, in that sense, the phantasms, the slugs and snails could be seen as familiars of the Great Ones. And I think that that's a fine explanation for how she got a hold of that umbilical cord, but I think a less literal approach also works, and that the umbilical cord that we get is not necessarily like that's the very same cord, but instead is her own cord that she got because she's big time preggers with a Great One baby. As are other women that we are familiar with in our Yharnam expedition, and that the lore on the umbilical cord isn't necessarily like tied to that particular one, but could just be like the lore of any umbilical cord. You know what I mean? Yeet! Thank you for the raid. And welcome, raiders. I hope you had a fun stream. Hello, Yeet. Giraffes, thank you for that shout out. Chat, go give Yeet a follow. He just started streaming. He's also on the YouTubes. Talented artist and fun Dark Souls 3 invader. Now, this one is so bizarre that it actually gives our character insight. Witnessing this scene actually like gives our character some insight.
It can't be. This is a nightmare.
It would appear that she's given birth to one of those little Ebritus Juniors. There's two ways you can do this here. You can either take her out, or you can just, you know, if you do it that way, you can pretend like she's not dead, because you know she just fainted. You can say like, no, she's fine. She just fainted. That's all. Look, she's still blinking. She's fine. She's just in shock. It's no big deal. Oh, we left behind her shoes. I typically leave them because who cares? Shoes worn by Ariana, woman of the night in the cathedral ward. Innocent and cute, in contrast with its owner. So, we got another umbilical cord. This one tells us... What does it tell us, chat? It tells us... Every Great One loses its child, and then yearns for a surrogate. And Udin, the formless Great One, is no different. To think, it was corrupted blood that began this eldritch liaison. Now, in that instance, it's very clear. It's very clear.
Oh, another one you sent made it here safe and sound. This place is a real haven now, thanks to you. But I'm afraid that was the last of them. There ain't a peep to be heard. Not, I doubt there's any more out there. God save us. Yarnum's done for. There ain't no more.
Yeah. What were we talking about? I forget. Oh, yeah. Like, her umbilical cord is very obviously, like, a reference to what happened to her. And I feel like if false Iosefka's umbilical cord had lore, it would be the same. It would just be, like, that exact quote, right? But, yeah, I think I don't think there's enough of a... I don't think it matters enough to say where that umbilical cord came from. But that's just,
I must... What is it you desire?
that's just my take.
Farewell.
So...
Oh, Lawrence, Master Willem, somebody help me, unshackle me, please. Anybody. Oh, somebody, please.
Yeah, we got some options here. We can go into the DLC, or we could do a little more Chalice dungeon diving, which I honestly wouldn't mind, because I would like to do the Defiled Chalice. The Lauren Chalice dungeons are honestly, if I remember right, kind of lame. I don't like. There's a lot of brain sucker boss and nothing great. The Defiled Chalice has some real Garbo bosses. There's no two ways about it. But it also has Defiled Amygdala, which is a really, really fun, and Headless Bloodletting Beast, if I'm not mistaken, which is also really fun. The Defiled Chalice is cursed, and as a result, it cuts your HP, which pretty much means everything's gonna one-shot us in there. Oof. Do all great ones inhabit the nightmare? No. We don't know, like, they don't really inhabit in anything. They're sort of beyond that. They can be like multiple places, you know? And like nightmares kind of suck. If I was a great one, I wouldn't hang out there, would you? You know? Like I would hang out in a cool place. unless the nightmare is like what the great one wanted, and the great one was like into Tim Burton movies, you know? And was like, no, this rules. Hello. Be very quiet. Yeah, the Abhorrent Beast rules too. He's a really fun fight. Lauren Dark Beast, not so much. Abhorrent Beast, good boss fight. Do you fight a watchdog of the old lords? No, that's in Defiled. Right now we're just on the lookout for Ritual Blood. We need that Ritual Blood 4 so that we can make a Lauren, and we need the Lauren so we can get the Bastards of Lauren, and we need the Bastards of Lauren so that we can get the Defiled Chalice. So you have to complete Lower Thumeru to get Ritual Blood and the Defiled Chalice, and you have to complete the Lauren Chalice dungeon in order to get Bastards of Lauren so that you can open the Defiled Chalice. After that, it's whatever you want to do. But those are the ones that you like must and have to. Now, nowadays, if you wanted to, you could do false depth dungeons to just get where you needed to go quick. But I feel like false depth dungeons in a challenge run kind of defeats the purpose of doing the challenge run, right? I will say it's a little annoying because you're not guaranteed to get the exact amount of ritual blood that you need in order to do the dungeon that you want to do. And so, like, there's always, like, a little bit of farming involved. Not much, though. Pretty much anything this low, this deep in the dungeon can drop us the ritual blood that we need. I would like for this... Hey, you. Would you come here? You absolute coward. I wonder what's keeping that thing red hot. Blood gems. In Bloodborne, a weapon's, like, the aura around a weapon is an indicator of what type of damage it's doing, and your damage is altered by your blood gems, right? So that iron bar that that dude is using has fire up blood gems in it. Hey, what's up, Epi? I feel like that's an easy thing. That's an easy thing to, like, piece together, but it's so easy to piece together that, like, you just forget to. Does Bloodborne have anything like pyromancy? Yeah, but only enemies get to use it. Certain beasts become, like, really good at manipulating fire and using it, throwing it around like fireballs and stuff. Unfortunately, it's not something the player ever gets. In Bloodborne, the two types of magic are arcane and blood tinge, and neither one is particularly like pyromancy, honestly. If one is more like pyromancy, it's arcane, but not by enough to make it matter. So, are there just no enemies in this dungeon? What the hell is going on? Like, a bagman could drop me some ritual blood. Oh, snap. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Alright, come on. Trapped. Stuck in a wall. I don't think those guys can drop ritual blood. I don't think. Maybe they can. I think they drop, like, cursed sharp blood gems, which are, like, the most useless blood gems in the game. I think maybe they can drop something that's like a fire blood gem. The dogs are absolute garbage, man. They're your typical From Software dog, but they also have attacks with hyper armor, and they can breathe fire. They're just so bad. I hate them. Wait. Oh, I thought that was a treasure chest that I'd missed. I got excited for a minute. Alright. Okay. This dude could drop us... No, this dude drops you ritual materials. He doesn't drop ritual blood, I don't think. What are you doing? Well, he dropped us a Tempering Blood Gem. That's fine and useful and good. Except it's not, really, because we already have stuff that's better. I think the only thing I haven't explored over here is the dogs. I don't remember dealing with the dogs. But I also don't see why I should deal with the dogs, because I don't think the dogs can drop me anything that I want or need. So, like, why would I, right? Also, look at all these spiders. Are you kidding me? This is a hell zone. Oh, my lord. What was that? What got me? Spider? Should be dead now. Okay, cool. Cool. We found a bonus room. Bonus room, maybe have some ritual blood in it. That would be great. What's in here? Fire paper. Molotov. Oh shit, this is not a bonus room, this is a whole area. Okay, well, that's just more possible places to find Ritual Blood 4. Hopefully there's some in here. Hopefully there's some in here and an enemy that can drop some. Like the Watcher. The Watcher can drop Ritual Blood. Let's hope that that's what he does. Tomb Mold. Yeah, that's what's up. Ritual Blood 4. It's all because of Thutato. We love you, Thutato. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. That literally could not have gone better. That was... Oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Ailing Lauren. Hell yeah. 9 Ritual Blood 4s. And we have 9 Ritual Blood 4s. Because he's out there. He's out there. And he's watching out for us. He's making sure things go good. That's what's up. We don't even have to go down here now. Are we going to anyway? You goddamn better believe it. Hey. I have never played Fear and Hunger. Unless you count my life. I'm always afeared and hungry in my life. Hey! Look at all that! Look at all the blood! Jeez, there's so much slime. How do you feel about arcane damage, Mr. Sludge? Ooh! Well, it's not great. I just got New Vegas again after not having it for 5 years. What's the best build for role-playing? I mean, that's up to you, man. That's the best part. That's the best part. You know, do the unthinkable and don't go into the game with a build. Let random encounters that happen determine how you level up your character. What if you did that? What if you did that? Could you imagine the craziness that would ensue if you did that? Like if you get a lucky talk, you know, if you get a lucky like, oh, you convinced this dude, you were convincing. You'd be like, oh, well then I'm gonna put a point in that to represent that time where I did a cool thing on accident. You know what I mean? It's the best. It's the best. The Final Fantasy VI playthrough that we did recently, where I just let the random things characters do determine what their build was going to be, you know, and we just took those random encounters, those strange, wonderful things that just happen just randomly. We took those things and we turned that into the build, you know. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, about to tie this boy's butthole in a knot. Ritual Blood 3. Man. Do you think that's possible? No, it's just a funny thing to think about. Somebody tying a butthole in a knot. Also, if you think about it, buttholes are already kind of a knot. They're like a knot, and like a human being is a balloon, and the butthole is like the knot in the balloon, and that's like when you fart, it's like a little bit of air coming out of the balloon. Alright, chat, we can finally do the Lauren chalice, and so we will. The ritual is finished and a chalice rests upon the altar. You may now explore the dungeon. And so, chat, I believe that we will end it here. This is a good place to end, and when we come back, it'll be Lauren Chalice Dungeon time, and then Defiled Chalice Dungeon time, and then we can get into that DLC, which we still need to explore. We've run through it, but have we really explored it? Have we really thought about the things and what they mean? I think not, but I think that we will.